But I hope you leave enough room for my fist, because I'm going to ram it into your stomach and break your goddamn spine!
All right, we are live. Got my green screen up. I just got to get Twitch going on my alternate screen so I could see the chat properly. As I do this, there's a couple of things here. First of all, I'm sure you notice what's up behind me here. And for those of you who grew up in the arcades like I did, you'll recognize this screen from Mortal Kombat 2. Now, what also might give it away is the fact that that's what my title says below. Okay, so this is all set. So now I just need to orient my screen. This is a little thing I do every time I am live, just to make sure that I could see everything. Okay, so the original idea with this was to make a YouTube video, produce it, do all this fancy editing, a nice commentary track to go along with it. Remember, whenever I stream, it's always unscripted. And I don't really do a lot of scripted videos. I did more animations and stuff like that. But essentially, I had this idea to where I would show how to absolutely annihilate Mortal Kombat 2's AI. The thing is Mortal Kombat 2's AI is really tough because the game was designed to rob you of your quarters. Don't get me wrong, it's a great game. But it was created in a day and age when arcade machines were designed to make as much money as possible. So I think the best way to start this video hi guys, like, subscribe, and all that jazz. The best way to start the stream and introduce everybody to what's going on, especially on YouTube, because I'm instantly going to upload this as soon as the stream is up. I don't have my mug. Hold on a second here. Let me bring my streaming mug back. But the best way to introduce how to go about beating the AI is with the male ninjas. And y'all will see what I'm talking about. Output looks really good. Y'all will see what I'm talking about as soon as I get started. And to preface all of this, I first want to show the settings. Now remember, this is through MAME. I use an older version of MAME. I think it's 1.83 because for some reason, all of the newer versions of MAME require you to re-download all of the ROM sets, and they don't tell you what you need, which is really stupid. So here we go. Okay. Let's see here. Game adjustments. So you'll see here. Computer difficulty, very hard. And most people will be like, oh, Sai, dude, very hard. Like, that's brutally difficult. Not really. I will show you the way. So, of course, we have to watch the intro. Because the intro is fucking awesome. This game is going to be 31 years old this year, and it doesn't feel a day over a year old. Hats off to Dan Forden and his amazing soundtrack, and just the overall work of such a small team. Remember, this was created by a group of about 5 people, and it became an arcade sensation and gaming phenomenon. God, Shao Kahn is so cool, man. Oh, every time I play this, it brings me back. Da-da-dun. Bum-bum-bum. Scorpion, Shang Tsung. Oh, dude, this is classic. Ah, man. I feel like I'm 12 again. Okay, so I'm going to do a lot of pausing here and a lot of commentary. I'm also going to kind of deliberately lose to the AI while also showcasing ways that you could take advantage of it. Now, the one thing that I'm going to highlight today, I believe, is not known at all throughout the entire Mortal Kombat community. Now, I'm not speaking on behalf of the Mortal Kombat community. I'm not necessarily a part of it. I'm just somebody who thoroughly enjoys playing this game still to this day. I think I play this at least like a few times a month, just, you know, for nostalgia's sake, right? So let me just see something here. Okay. So let's go over the most basic way that you could finagle the AI, okay? And it's known as jumping. It's I guess you could say jump spamming. Okay? So, I'm thinking here. So the only characters that this will not work with, I believe, is Liu Kang. I'm not sure on Liu Kang. I should know this. I believe it's Liu Kang, Katana, and Mileena. This is the only pattern that will not work against the AI. So you can do this to everybody with the exception of these characters. So since Reptile is technically the weakest of the characters, we'll start off with this. And everyone's probably watching right now. They're like, oh, well, Sai, what the fuck you doing? You're playing as Reptile. This is boring. I'm leading up to how to literally break things apart. So let's start off with the basics. That's exactly why I'm starting with Reptile. So keep in mind that let's just say this is the AI and this is me. If you're within a character's distance away, if you jump back, the AI will always follow you in. I think this is a well-known fact, okay? So let's give this example a shot. And I pick Reptile specifically because he's the weakest. So here we go. Oh, I'm being swept. AI jumps. If you duck it, we'll throw you. So let's get the AI to follow us. Of course, now that I'm trying to do this, there we go. Raiden will not behave. Bad example, I know. But again, Reptile is the weakest character. And we're going to build up from Reptile moving forward, okay? And you'll notice when I jump back and the AI follows, you'll notice that the character remains idle for a split second. And they will always try to sweep you. So again, we're ducking, we want to get out of the corner. They'll throw us out for free. That was a glitch punch. Alright, bad idea. Bad example. I know. So let's reset this. This stream is off to a bad start already. Okay, so let's do it with Sub-Zero. So out of the three ninjas, Reptile is the least effective, as we just saw. Sub-Zero is the second most effective. Scorpion is the most effective. And again, I'm building up this way for a reason. So you'll notice when Jax is going to follow, he stands still. See? Right there. So when they follow back in, or when they jump back in, you could do a multitude of follow-ups. You could hop kick them as I just did. You could roundhouse them. You could uppercut them. You could high punch them so you knock them out of the jump. And then you could follow up at something. So since Reptile is the weakest, all we could really do with Reptile is a punch into a slide or something. At least with Sub-Zero, we could do a ground freeze. We could do a little bit more than Reptile. Okay? So there we go. So as you can see, Reptile was a very bad example, but still relevant. He's hard to use against AI. And now we have Sub-Zero with blood coming off of his face. That looks like a feature. That totally looks like a feature. All right, round two. And then after this, we'll reset and we'll go for Scorpion, which will lead into how to do setups, okay? So the key takeaway here is spacing and jumping back to get the AI to behave. So remember, key concepts is spacing, which is what we're doing here with Sub-Zero and Reptile, and then the jump spamming, as I've called it, I should say. So you can see here, free hits. Oh. So we'll get out of the corner. Always do that when you suck in a corner. There we go. So he jumps in. Let's try and do something a little more interesting. There we go. Sub-Zero's good for very basic setups. I like how you can do this indefinitely. You thought I was gonna shatter him, didn't you? So once again, you can see that Reptile is a very bad, it was a very bad example. So I'm just hitting the F2 key here to reset. So keep in mind again, the key takeaway is jump spamming and positioning, okay? So now we're going to do the same thing with Scorpion. I mentioned in my Mortal Kombat 3 stream or video last week, you're going to fare off against the AI better or worse depending on your character's tool set. So worse would be Reptile. For the male ninjas, Reptile has literally no tools to follow up with. It's all very isolated and independent. So for Reptile, you jump spam the AI and you could just follow up with a hop kick, a high punch, a roundhouse uppercut, or a slide. That is it. The AI will always negate or retaliate against his acid spit, which does 0 damage anyway. And his force ball comes out way too slow, and the AI could always knock you out of it. Sub-Zero is a little better because he has his ground freeze at the very least. So think of Reptile as Sub-Zero -1 tool. However, and I found out about all of this through Scorpion. Scorpion is the vessel, no pun intended, that I figured all of this out through. And you're going to see, again, why I'm going in this order. I cannot stress that enough. So we've got Scorpion. So now Scorpion has a trap move and a teleport. So he's already miles ahead of both Reptile and Scorpion combined. And no, not Chameleon, everybody. He was MK Trilogy only. So we're first going to give an example of how Scorpion can really use jump spamming to his advantage. It's fucking beautiful. And then we'll start getting into some more wacky stuff. But we have to start with Scorpion. For anybody who's watching this or anybody who's looking to learn Mortal Kombat 2's AI patterns and literally how to annihilate them, no, that wasn't a Mortal Kombat Annihilation joke because that movie fucking sucks. But if you could figure out and learn the feel of the gameplay through Scorpion, you could do exploits with anybody. I will say that Liu Kang, Kitana, and Raiden are the absolute 3 worst characters that you could use against the AI. Their patterns, exploits are not as effective and they're unreliable, and they don't have the at least at the very least the jump spamming capabilities that the ninjas do. So anybody who's watching this, those 3 characters, Liu Kang, Kitana, and Raiden, they are completely useless against the AI. They're fun to play against, you know, you're playing your friends or something, or you're just messing around on like a regular difficulty. They're fine, but if you want to break the AI down, you're going to have a very difficult time doing so. So let's look at Scorpion and why he is the best of the male ninjas and one of the best general use characters overall. So we got Baraka. They always throw a projectile. So what we could do is we could use sweeps to set up the AI for jump patterns, okay, or jump exploits. So you can see I instantly jumped over Baraka's Blade Spark, jump kick, spear, pulled him in. Now I'm sweeping, so I could set him up for jump spamming. So we just glitch punched him there. Let's get him out of the corner. Okay. That's how it starts. So remember, jump spamming. Spear them in, sweep them, and then you could jump back. As long as you're within a character sprite's distance away from the AI or your opponent, they will follow you with Scorpion. Scorpion is always guaranteed. 95% of the time. So will he throw a projectile again? Nope. Come on, Baraka, I'm trying to showcase you here. Behave, would ya? So even though this is not working very well, you could see I'm keeping the AI under some decent control. So kind of a bad example, but you can see what I'm trying to do. So this is the most basic version, right? Now we got him like clockwork. Scorpion! Who else would I be with the swing pose? Somewhat bad example to start, but as soon as we got the AI up to speed, you could see that Baraka followed me every time. This works for everybody. As long as you're jumping away with a male ninja, the AI will follow you. So let's use a couple more characters as an example. So we'll do jump spamming to start, then we'll get into how we could loop this jump spam indefinitely, and then we'll show air throws. And then we are going to go back to Mileena, and we are going to literally break this game into pieces. I promise you that. It's very cool. So he's most likely going to acid spit. Oh, okay. Out of the corner. There we go. So this, I did it wrong. Did it wrong again. Okay. We'll just air throw him. So again, kind of a bad example. Fly, what's up, man? Good to see ya. We're breaking Mortal Kombat 2 AIs apart. Life is treating me pretty damn well, man. It has been a while. How the fuck you doing? Again, we are beating the crap out of Mortal Kombat 2's AI. Thank you. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty well, man. I got a good job. I'm streaming on the weekends now. It's all fun, man. It's all fun. And what better way to do some retro on the weekend with no other than Mortal Kombat 2? Everybody has complained about the AI in this game for about 31 years now, and I have literally broken it apart. So we're going over what I call jump spamming. This works with all male ninjas. You could be within a character length away from an AI character or an opponent, and if you jump away, they will follow you, and we're just going over some setups. So we were going over just the basic jump back. We punched, we speared, we swept, right? Now this is where it could get really interesting. Watch this. We're going to use his spear teleport. Ooh, new server. Awesome. I was about to say a switch, but... Oh, dude, you watch. We're gonna... This is on very hard, by the way.
Round 2, fight.
We're just trying to set him up, so let's get out of the corner. Whenever you duck, the AI will always throw you. It's like a free position. Just gotta have him jump. Come on, buddy. There we go. Told ya! So, again, let's break it down. Jump spamming, right? So you jump spam the AI. You punch, you spear, you roundhouse teleport, and when you teleport to the other side, you will instantly be next to the character, jump back, and you could loop this indefinitely. So let's try this on our next opponent, which I believe will be... I forget who it was. Is it Jax? Yes. So remember, jump spamming is key. And we're going to jump spam the fuck out of Jax. And then we're going to go over air throw priority with Raiden. And then we're going to go for some absolute absurdity. Okay? So remember, 90% of the time, the AI will always throw a projectile at you. That will allow for a free jump kick combo of sorts. An old dated? No, not at all. Enterprise grade server for 180. So enterprise grade server. I'm used to network switches and like Netgear stuff and like IP addresses within, but a server, that's hard drive based, right? So you're creating a... No, actually, server is it a server? Is it a computer or is it hard drive based?
Round 1, fight.
I always like to sweep. Now here we go. We got him in. Let's reel him in. This is very hard, by the way. Did I say that before? I think I might have. Hewlett Packard with RAID hard drive storage. Oh, so we have, so for who I work for, we have what we call ribbon content. So essentially a PC takes a signal and gets it converted. So it stretches it across 4 monitors left to right. So I believe we use that same style computer. It's an HP computer at the very least. And it's literally set up with like a very low spec Radeon graphics card, and it's on in the Spectrum store so they can play their adverts, and we can network in and adjust stuff. I can talk nerdy now. Talk nerdy to me. Oh, Sly.
Round 2, fight.
Oh, sorry, man. There we go. And let's do an awesome fatality. There we go. Dude, this game, this is 31 years old, dude. This does not feel 31 years old. Dude, it's actually... Automod, held a message for a reason. Sex-based terms. Well, if we could have chicks showing their titties, I think it's totally fine for you to say you're coming all over your tech. Because hey, man, we're having a nerdgasm. You know what I mean? All right. So now, keep in mind, right, with what I've been showing so far, jump spamming. When you jump back, the AI will jump back. The AI will jump in. Jump back, jump in. But no, all Dr. Evil jokes aside, when you jump back, the AI will jump in. Now, the best way to describe this is if this fist is the AI or the character jumping towards me. They're balled up and spinning. And this is me. If we are higher in priority than the AI sprite, we could air throw them every time. If they are above us, they will jump kick us out every time. I, of course, am referring to Scorpion's air throw. So Scorpion has the roundhouse teleport spear trap, the high punch spear trap, pretty much the hit and free hit setup against the AI. So now you can see why I was having a harder time with Reptile and a harder time with Sub-Zero, because they don't have the effective trap patterns a Scorpion could exploit. So now we're going to go straight for air throw trap, or the air throw trap, or air throw spam, if you want to call it that. There is only 2 characters with an air throw. It is Jax, which is the backbreaker, still throw, and Scorpion's air throw.
Round 1, fight.
So whenever you jump to the AI, in particular characters, they will try to jump in and knock you out of the air. If you try to do this against Liu Kang or Kitana, or Mileena, they're going to hit you with a projectile or trap you with a fan suction. But in Scorpion's case, that's actually a really cool pause. In Scorpion's case, the AI will always try to hop kick you, or you could throw them out of the jump spam. So watch. I've never thrown them like that before. See? He was higher than me on that hop kick. I was higher than him this time, and boom, we got him.
Scorpion wins.
So as you can see, Scorpion is a monster against the AI.
Fight.
He was higher than us. We're higher than him. We're higher than him. We're higher than him. We're higher than him. Let's have a dog.
Scorpion.
I would buy a Scorpion doll. I have the G.I. Joe action figure on my shelf here. So now, with the jumping more or less demonstrated quite well, let's show you what happens when you try to jump into AI. The AI is programmed to shut you down at every movement. The AI is programmed to do input reading. Okay? The AI is very cheap, but you could see we could work within its confines to break it apart. So Kitana will probably throw a fan to get started, and we could keep her trapped in Scorpion's jump spamming loop. Remember, jump spamming is when you jump away, not into, okay? We're jumping away. Jumping into will come into how we're going to deal with the AI with the next character. I'm not going to say who it is yet. So she'll most likely throw her fan, and we'll go for the standard. There we go. So that was the perfect case scenario of how, again, we annihilated the AI with what, 15 seconds taken away from the clock? That's fucking crazy. Now let's do the inverse.
Victory. Round 2, fight.
So she's gonna throw her fan. Now watch what happens when we jump in, right? Every time we jump in, he's going to do this. No matter what. If we jump away, she's gonna throw a fan. We're too far. But now, we got her instead. It's that easy. Okay. And let's use Liu Kang as the next example. Look at that. 6 wins nearly. So Liu Kang is an absolute nightmare to fight against, unless if you are using these very specifically tailored AI exploits. So we just showcased us trying to jump into a spammy character. So what we'll do is we'll go until Mileena. She's actually after Sub-Zero and after Liu Kang and after Sub-Zero. So let's use these as an example. So he'll most likely do. Okay, here we go. So now this is the trap being used to very good effect, okay? Whoops. Almost very good effect. I spoke too soon.
Scorpion wins.
This is like riding a bike, I swear to God.
To fight.
Okay, so now, let's jump into Liu Kang. Every time. He is programmed to shut you down. Okay? He didn't that last time because we were too close. There is a range. There are ranges that, like, spacing ranges, or positioning range, I should say. Space ranging. That sounds like a Star Wars thing. But position and range that the AI will adapt to. So you'll notice that there's specific spots that you'll stand and try to retaliate. The AI will behave, excuse me, in a certain way. So Liu Kang just got a flawless, honestly.
Round 3, fight.
Yep. And we just shut him down.
Finish him.
It's so cool. And unlike Mortal Kombat 3, we have gibs that make sense.
Scorpion wins.
Right?
Fatality. Round 1, fight. Scorpion wins. Flawless.
This is how easy you could exploit the AI to be. And for 31 years, everyone's like, MK2 AI, oh my god, it's terrible. Not unless if you figure it out.
Round 2, fight.
Like, I'm naturally just hammering the block button each time. So I will say, I just noticed too, that if the AI doesn't have a jump spam shutdown, so like Kitana's fan suction, Liu Kang's air fireball, Johnny Cage's high fireball, and Mileena's size, they will try to hop kick you out of your forward jump. So remember, the backward jump or jump spamming is what has the AI follow you. Forward hopping is what will either have the AI try to hop you out of it or shut you down with a specific attack. So a third of the roster will cancel you out, and then the other 2/3 will try to follow you in. So you could see where I'm going with this. Jax and Scorpion are the only two characters with an air throw. You could easily take advantage of them. See?
Finish him.
I was going to knock him off the pit, but...
Scorpion.
That's so fucking funny. I don't know if he still has the mask on and he's wearing a blue diaper.
Victory.
Ah.
Babality.
Okay, so now Mileena. Again, just like with Liu Kang, Kitana, and Johnny Cage, she has a really quick way to shut you down if you try to jump towards her, which will be her air size. Now, if you're a little too close, she will hop up, but otherwise she will.
Fight.
Notice how she's standing like Kitana? Okay, so let's get her into position. Oh, wait a minute. Come on, woman, do the air side. There we go. See? And now if we're out of range, you can see the AI kind of stumbles. So Mileena's, I just realized Mileena's a little interesting. As long as you're within that forward jumping range, she will fireball, or yeah, fireball. She'll air sigh you out of it. If you're too close, you'll notice that she stands idle, and she has Kitana's stance. And that's when you could tell. If the AI stands completely idle for a split second when you jump back or forward, you know you're going to exploit them. Moreover, the male ninjas will all share Sub-Zero's stance, and Mileena Kitana will share Kitana's pose. So Mileena has her arm up, Kitana has her arms down, right?
Scorpion wins.
I'm trying to summarize this as best as possible. There is so much in this game. To try to elaborate in a short amount of time is proving to be a little difficult. I am not scripting this whatsoever. I'm kind of using what I had in mind for my original video script, but just doing it in a streaming / YouTube upload manner.
Round 2, fight.
So notice, see, she's standing like Kitana. So we jump back, Now we try to jump forward. Air side. Air side. Too close. Too far. Air side. Air side. See? I was off there, but there we were a little too far. See, she's standing like a ton again. Okay, so I think we got Scorpion. No one ever uses the leg sweep. I think we figured Scorpion out. So now, I was going to go for the best, but we'll save that character for last. So I'm going to do this. And just for those who are still curious, no, the difficulty did not change. This is still very hard. So let me just hit the dip switch button here to get out. So now what we're going to do is we're going to have a little fun with... Let's go a little more down to earth, but still pretty crazy. Jax is fucking broken. So, the reason why I am going about in particular character order is through demonstration and description with me talking. I'm breaking down the patterns that you could adhere to in order to break the AI down. So, with Reptile, Sub-Zero, and Scorpion, we were talking about jump spamming. So that means as long as, again, you are within character range of the AI enemy, or your opponent, whatever, and you jump back, you'll notice the AI will stand idle for a split second, and they will follow you in. So, what could we do with Jax? Right? What could we do with Jax? This is what we could do with Jax. And then remember, Jax also has an air throw. This is where it gets interesting.
Fight.
So, as I said, sweep resets. When the character is grounded, you could walk in and sweep them so you could set up your jump spam, okay? So now, if we sweep the character, what happens? They fall and hit the ground. That gives us a second to wiggle back or forth. If you pay close attention to the way I'm moving, I'm doing that. So with Jax, his backbreaker doubles as a sweep setup. So you could literally loop the backbreaker over and over and over again. And it does some pretty nasty damage. And if you could hop kick the AI, so again, jump spam back. If the AI jumps in, you could jump in. And as long as your sprite is above their jump sprite, you could backbreak them. But you could hop kick into backbreak, set up into a sweep reset, as I call it, jump back, keep the loop going over and over again. Jax, he has like 2 moves you could constantly use against the AI. You will annihilate the AI.
Fight.
Gotcha! 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 Oh, buff! I'm Jax. Who else would I be?
Round 1. Fight. Jax wins.
He's faster than Scorpion!
Victory. Round 2. Fight.
So you can always jump kick into backbreaker. 2 attacks. 3 attacks. Oops. Oh, I meant to hit block and then low punch. Sorry. I was thinking low punch, 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 block, not block, 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 punch. So are we gonna get a hat toss out of this? Probably.
Fight.
1. Whoops. 3. There we go. So we're totally taking advantage of the backbreaker. Now you can do some basic combos with Jax, so like you could high punch, energy wave. You could do like high punch, ground pound. But when you try to do the ground pound, that's holding low kick for 3 seconds, and that charge time eliminates your use for low kick, which is helpful for sweeps. So we never worry about the ground pound. We don't really worry about throws either. Trying to throw the AI is near impossible. And then trying to do his stun punch, which is high punch and close, it is not relevant whatsoever against AI. Remember, today's stream, YouTube video, whatever, is all about shutting the AI down, okay?
Fight.
Now, Kung Lao's jump kick, whoops, is a little hard to retaliate against because of its hitbox. Whoops. Whoops. Okay. So you can see I was rushing out of range and he shut us down. But that's because we were out of our designated pattern. It happens. It's fine. There we go. So that's an example of that. Hesitated. There we go. I want your arms, bro. That fatality is awesome, man. Look, give the man a hand. So now we have a character who could jump spam us, so he could hop spam us out. Watch. So let's use the regular pattern first. So you can see we're actually reeling Liu Kang into us, and he's done. Now let's reverse this. So let's have him. I think he's gonna throw a fireball or do a bite kick or something. There we go. So as long as we're... Oh. So you can see we're within that jumping box. Now we're outside of it. Right? See how we're jumping around here? So now we're in range, he air fireballs us. If we're out of range, he does not air fireball. That's actually a really cool pose. He's flexing. He's like, ugh. Air fireball. Air fireball. Okay, so let's... so he got us. And I'm fine with that. This is all for demonstrative purposes. So I think we've made... I almost dropped my controller. I think we've made Jax's point very clear. As long as you could jump spam, remember jump spam is going backwards, you could literally annihilate the AI. So let's let the timer run down. And who are we going to do next? So now, I will say, once again, Liu Kang, Kitana, and Raiden. These three characters are utterly useless against AI. They don't have jump spamming patterns, and their moves, actually, they're tap moves. So, back toward or toward is fine. That takes you at least a second in order to perform that move. So, if you were to compare Raiden, back toward, which is a Superman, that takes about a second to come out. However, Scorpion and Jax's air throw variations are instant. So you're going to have a better time catching the AI with Scorpion as opposed to Raiden. So for today's demonstration purposes, Raiden, Kitana, and Liu Kang, we're not going to demonstrate them because there is no solid way to exploit the AI. So before we get to a more fun one, let's go to Kung Lao for a second. So for Kung Lao, he does have the jump spam. So the only thing you could really do for Kung Lao is you could jump spam, and then when the AI follows you in, you could hop kick, dive kick. That's really it. I did not mean to teleport like that. This is really the only tool that Kung Lao has, but at the very least, he does have the ability to jump spam. So I would say Kung Lao, Reptile, and Sub-Zero. Well, I would say Kung Lao and Sub-Zero are in the same camp. Reptile, even though he does have effective pattern exploits, he is the most reliable. So I would say so far the order would be Reptile at the bottom, then Sub-Zero, Kung Lao above him, then I would say Jax and Scorpion are tied. So you have to be a little more patient with Sub-Zero, Kung Lao, and Reptile. Raiden is just worthless, trust me. Whoops, my timing's a little off. Oh, why didn't the dive kick work? Okay. There we go, got it! Mortal Kombat 2's fatalities are like embedded into my being, man. Ooh, I paused it at a really good time there. Interesting, that's a transition. I think the ROM information is dumping out and we get glitches like that. We're gonna do one more demonstration with Kung Lao. So here's Kitana, again. Fan suction when we jump in because we're within that range. Every time you try to jump in, she will fan suction you. Every time you jump back, she will most likely try to throw a fan at you. Whoops. I don't know what I was just thinking there. Jump, woman! I couldn't block! I love the way the blood falls off there.
Round 2, fight.
Whoa! I thought I was gonna get there. As you can see here, Kung Lao is not as reliable as I mentioned before. I should have tried to dive kick. Oh, she kissed him death to me! Look at that! Imagine if that was Kung Lao sprite, Kung Lao, whatever. Okay, so you could see again, we can exploit the AI a bit with Kung Lao, but he is not as effective. So again, him and Reptile. What's up? I streamed last week. I was gonna do a shadow drop and then announce in the Discord, but I'm glad you guys are here. Glad you stopped by, Lurk. How the fuck you doing? We're destroying Mortal Kombat 2's AI today. I love how the hand just randomly fell down. Okay, so we showed off more or less your average attempts at taking out the AI. Let's make things a little more fun. Johnny Cage is a riot. Now there are a couple of characters through process of elimination. I think you guys could see where I'm going with this, at least if you guys have been here from the beginning. Johnny Cage is a riot to use against AI. Not as good as the other two. But again, process of elimination, I think you'll know where I'm going with this.
Johnny Cage.
Mwah. All right, Johnny Cage. Let's have some fun.
Fight.
Now, can we do it with... Yeah! So I do want to point out that Johnny Cage does have the jump spam. So watch. He's a little slower to move. And he also has the shadow uppercut. So that's an immediate thing you could do. The ghosting you see on the screen is HLSL, which makes us look as close to an arcade cabinet as possible. Yeah, at least Saturdays for now. I want to do Wednesday, Saturday, but things at work have been a little busier in the morning. And I didn't post anything in the Discord, but I will ping something either later today or tomorrow. But I did stream last week. I kind of did it quietly just to see what was up. If you want to watch it, it's on my YouTube. I played Mortal Kombat 3. But Saturdays are a definite. Absolutely. Dude, the newest job is awesome. I was in New York yesterday. There's a place called the Zara Kitchen that we're setting up for them. And I was there troubleshooting some network cables. And I drove past the John Wick building, the Wedge building in, I think, the Flatiron District. And then I went to the Bedford and Grove, which is the corner of Friends. I'll post that in Discord as well. New job is great, dude. I love my job. So, I meant to do a jump kick, shadow kick. Ah, shit! I love that. The new job is great, man. I love my job. Good people, literally, like, job is great. With Baraka there, we were essentially doing jump spamming. As you saw, Johnny Cage can easily jump spam, and he has a few good tools to deal with the AI. So remember, when your character has the ability to jump spam, the easiest thing you could do when the AI jumps in is hop kick them out of it, right? That is one particular method. Or you could uppercut them, or you could roundhouse them. Then, following that, you could do high punches into combos, or you could follow the AI to set up. So there's a bunch of tools at your disposal. It all depends on the tool set your character has. And as I said at the beginning of the stream, your success against the AI, depending on what character you pick, will be determined by the moveset that they have. So, Johnny Cage is more well-versed than Scorpion or Jax, but Jax and Scorpion can lay the damage on far more quicker and have a tighter pattern. So, there's a very specific thing you can do against particular characters, and it involves exploiting their hitbox. And I found out about this through absolute accidents, and it's fucking awesome. I'll let this round speak for itself. Really? What? 1166? Really? I drove by. I was like around 128th west, going down south. Interesting. Okay, here we go. Oh shit. Okay, there we go. So I'll try and pause this right in the middle of it so you can see. So, the face. You can exploit the AI's hitbox by doing the ball breaker. Oh, wow. You were in the World Trade Center, dude. Damn. Like, what was it? There was a scene in Men in Black 2 where Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones. I almost said Tommy Lee Jarvis. Tommy Jarvis is Friday the 13th. Tommy Lee Jones, they were walking in front of the World Trade Center. I think it was Will Smith and another character. And I didn't realize, like, it looks like aluminum, as you guys would say, or aluminum. The fatalities in this game are brutal, dude. I fucking love Mortal Kombat 2. Fatality. Okay, so I believe we could do the same thing with Jax. I don't remember. No, we can't. All right. So the ball breaking, punching people in the balls, that strategy only works against the Melee Ninjas, Liu Kang, and Baraka. So it all has to do with their hitbox. Obviously, this will not work with the females, Mileena and Katana, because you know that'd be the Trump maneuver where you would grab someone in the vagina. Just saying.
Round 2, fight.
So since we can't do the ball breaker strategy for March McLennan, Jesus Christ, dude. I am like, I mean, I know it was like a while ago, but I'm terribly sorry to hear that. That is crazy. Martian McLennan, interesting. There were so many businesses in that place. It's hard to conceive now that it's gone, right? Like that's, damn. Like that's all I gotta say to that, dude. Damn. Just take a moment for them. That sucks. Yeah, that was pretty freaky, man. I think we all remember exactly where we were that day that it happened. So let's continue to ball break with Johnny Cage. He loves touching balls. I think that's the key takeaway of Johnny Cage. He got balls. Okay, so I love the look on Raiden's face. Oh shit! Whoops, didn't work. What the hell? Okay, oh wait a minute. Oh, he roundhoused me, nice. Okay, so we can't get Raiden either, okay. Okay. Yeesh.
Round 2, fight.
So you can see we're exploiting the same pattern over and over here. That's all we're doing. I love this fatality. Okay, so let's do a little recap here. Okay, so we can see the characters we've picked thus far are quite effective. So, we went in the order. I'm pausing it because the character select screen has a timer. So, in order of effectiveness with jump spamming, we have Reptile, Kung Lao, Sub-Zero, Scorpion and Jax, and then we went with Johnny Cage. So now, we're going to take a step further and break the AI down with hop punching. Now, hop punching, I found out about this through absolute accident. Hop punching, for some reason, shuts the AI down. I can't explain it. I don't know what the fuck it is. I first found out about it with Mileena, and it turns out that, interestingly enough, Mileena and Baraka are right next to each other. They are the two characters that could fully exploit this and break the game into pieces. We're saving Mileena for last because she is literally the best character. But for Baraka, Baraka's awesome because the thing that Baraka has over Mileena, even though Mileena is better overall, is Baraka has jump spamming. So I think Mortal Kombat veterans will know exactly where I'm going with this. Okay, let me just check something here. Actually, hold on. Okay, I've been live for nearly an hour. Okay, so Baraka, let's go with jump spamming first. Remember, jump spamming is when you jump back and you're looking to set up the AI. So jump setups, jump spamming, it's the same difference because you're spamming a setup. So I like to call it jump spamming. He's such a cool character. So let's do jump spamming and we'll go over possibilities. So Scorpion's probably gonna throw a spear. A lot. So with Baraka, we have the Blade Fury. Okay, back, low punch. So you're thinking, okay, this is pretty basic, right? Baraka, he has jump spamming, he could lead the AI around. Watch what happens with hop punches. This is where it gets pretty fucking awesome. Now, the key takeaway with the setup here is jump spam into Blade Fury so you could set the AI up for distance. So when you do the Blade Fury, so you're chopping and you hit the AI will fall back. And just like Mortal Kombat 3, when they fall back and get back up, they are vulnerable for a split second. You could use that very brief window of timing so you could set yourself up to keep them from being able to attack you. Watch what I mean by this. And this is absolute fucking absurdity. Let me just say that. And with this method, you could shut down Liu Kang, Kitana, and Mileena and Johnny Cage as well, with their anti-air fireball spamming. If you don't believe me, check this out. Now, the setup could be a little tricky to get, but once we get it, you'll see how it's going to work. Watch this.
Round 2, fight.
Whoops, I messed up on my timing there. Am I right? Am I right? So let's demonstrate this again. Now we have the perfect character. We got Mileena, and Baraka is another character. Whenever you jump in, he'll always blade for you. Okay?
Round 1, fight.
Whoops, I messed up on my timing again.
Baraka wins.
I broke it!
Round 2, fight.
Oops, she blocked. Oh, interesting. How did she block that? I forgot I think it's torture down kick. Dude, it's like the bloodiest move in Mortal Kombat history. So now, if you watch the footage, as I jump in, he has a really weird, jumping punch. He literally extends his whole body out. Whenever you hop punch, it shuts the AI down for one reason. I'm sorry, not one reason, for some reason. So you hop punch, and as you're in the middle of the air, you start tapping back, and as soon as you land, you hit low punch. So theoretically, what's happening is the AI is shut down by the hop punch, and it tries to retaliate the second you land. But since it tries to retaliate with a punch or a special move, it takes a second for that special move to come out, and you cancel that with the Blade Fury. Fucking awesome. So now we're against Baraka.
Round 1, fight. Baraka.
Now, that was when that is so cool. That is when we had the pattern in play. Let's showcase what happens when we don't have that in play. Watch.
Flawless victory. Round 2, fight.
Let's try. Here we go. Oh, what? I'm trying to get him to do his blade theory. There we go. Oh, we jumped over him. See?
Wins.
So now let's go back to the pattern.
Fight.
Not his pattern, dummy! This is awesome! Ah, I meant to do his lift, damn it. Do we have another, Jax? Let's go for 2 more characters on this, and then we're gonna go for the creme de la creme, the best of the best. My personal favorite character, Mileena. And she is a fucking monster. And you'll see why. This is awesome.
1, fight.
Will we get him? Yes. Okay, he got me. I tried to hop in, but I was out of range and he shut me down.
2, fight. Baraka wins.
If you do this for a while, it does get kind of tedious, but man, is it fun.
Flawless victory.
I can slap my knee.
3, fight.
Ah, come on!
Baraka.
Let's try and back toward, down toward, low punch. Didn't work. All right, Johnny Cage.
Round
This-
1, fight. Baraka wins.
Now it's like, who can do it the fastest?
Victory. Round 2, fight.
Oh, shit, we were too far off. Notice that? Oh. Got him, finally. This is such a nasty fatality, dude. I remember one of my friends in school at the time, Chris Callahan, was like, dude, you realize how terrible this fatality is? There's nothing you could do. You're just impaled and you slide down. Baraka doesn't skip arm it. I'm Baraka. What? Now I'm always smiling. Okay, we're gonna use Kitana here as the last example. Because of, ooh, she blocked it. There we go. So I'm using Kitana here as a specific example because she always fan suctions you. However, you could see what happens when you nullify that. So now we'll show what happens when we try to keep jumping in. Watch. So, again, the AI most likely always throws a projectile. Oh, nope. So you could see, if we try to hop jump as she is idle or standing, she always fan suctions us. So let's set her up. Let's do this one more time. See? One more time, watch. Nope, can't jump in. Now let's flip it on her. Well, of course, let's get her out of the corner. Okay. Ah, she blocked it. Okay, so now, it is interesting to note that if you are not overlapping the character sprite to a degree, they will block it. But you could see the effectiveness we've had here. Whoa, see, I was second late. Oh, I was gonna pause it, but... There we go. And that's it. Off with their head. So Baraka, all you have to do is after you catch them in a jump spam, you could hop punch forward. You have to hop punch as soon as you jump. And as soon as you land, Blade Fury. So as I'm jumping up, it's like back, 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 low punch. Back, 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 low punch. Of course, if you're on YouTube, review the footage, and you can see how well that works. And as I've clearly demonstrated, you could... I knew you meant masterclass. You could literally shut the AI down. So we use Baraka more or less as a vessel to showcase the power of hop punching. Now, let's get to the absolute best character in the game through both single player, as we're demonstrating today, and multiplayer. Mileena. So, Mileena does not have jump spamming capabilities, but she has absolutely brutal hop punching capabilities. And, well, let's just say that her side throw is ridiculously overpowered. Let's just talk about the side throw for a second. On the ground, you need to charge high punch for, I think, 2 seconds and release, and she'll throw it. So you're reducing your buttons by 1. So you can't uppercut. You can't, high punches are kind of dumb, but you can't uppercut, which is an important thing. However, if you do the side throw in the air, it only requires a second to charge. So for the MK2 veterans here or who are watching this, that gives her absolute air dominance and superiority. And we could use that against the AI. How are we going to do that? Well, look at it this way. We've showcased that whenever we jump towards the AI, they will do something to retaliate. So let's look at the roster here. Liu Kang always does an air fireball. Kung Lao, he tries to hop kick you. He really doesn't have a good anti-air. Johnny Cage will always do the high fireball, which is a half circle forward high punch. Reptile will try to acid spit you. Sub-Zero hop kicks. Shang Tsung is a wild card. I don't really talk about Shang Tsung because he's as effective as Reptile if you're not morphing. Morphing is kind of weird. Katana, fan throw. Jax, backbreaker. Mileena, air side, Baraka. Blade Fury, Scorpion, tries to spear you or hop you. Raiden tries to roundhouse or throw his lightning. So, let's demonstrate the hop method with Mileena.
Round 1, fight.
That's all you do! So I'm holding high punch, and I'm pressing low punch with the bottom of my thumb to hop punch, okay? Let's do this again. Now, remember, the AI will most likely throw a projectile so we can get a free combo.
Fight.
This is fucking awesome. I love that sound, dude. That suction. Now, you know, any dude's mind is gonna go here. Like, what if you were on a date with Mileena and she wanted to blow you? Like, would that happen?
Wins. Fatality.
Only Baraka knows. Okay, so now. Oh, I paused it as a transition. Look at that. So, remember that Mileena will try to air spam you, right? You try to jump forward, she will spam you out.
Round 1, fight.
Remember, you can instantly throw an air side. If you get your timing right, the second you hop forward or back, you could throw a projectile. Lordy, it's Ner. Nanda tu. Moto Nanda tu. We're shutting down the AI here, Lordy. We work up to Mileena. She is the best character in the entire game.
Mileena wins.
So, with her her side spam ability, we could shut the AI down every time, excuse me, we jump forward.
Round 2, fight.
I love this fatality. Dude, that's awesome.
Mileena wins. Fatality.
Now I'm always smiling. So, Baraka, speaking of which,
1, fight. Mileena wins.
You're bald with Garrett's teeth?
Finish him.
You're my friend! Hi, everybody! Hi, Baraka! How are you doing today? Baraka is actually played by Richard DeVizio, who played Kano.
Round 1, fight.
Ah, so Jax could still uppercut you if your range is off just in a little bit. See how the AI is like freaking out? Bad example, but Jax is kind of... I would say Jax is a little trickier to fight with because of his positioning.
Fight.
Dude, this is like... Let's be honest here. This is not how you normally play Mortal Kombat 2. But this is how you absolutely annihilate the AI. And it's really fun. I will say, it's really fun to just make a little bitch out of Mortal Kombat 2. Because the AI in this is brutal. If you try to play this legit on very hard, it's just... You're going to lose. And it's going to become very frustrating. But you can see here, just by sticking to a few key things... This is very hard.
Flawless victory. Round 3, fight. Finish him.
He looks tasty! Yeah! Ugh. Dude, that is insane. She just sucks you and spits you out. That's fucking awesome.
Fatality.
This is so cool. Johnny Cage.
Round 1, fight.
And when you really break it down, the AI is just fucking stupid. So for Johnny Cage, we really can't do the hop punch method. So remember, it's hop in, AI will block, hop up, side throw, hop forward, hop punch, hop up, punch, etc., etc. So you can see it's hopping, punching, hopping, side throwing, hopping up. You can see through the cadence and the rhythm in the video here, or the stream here, that it's exactly that. Hop, hop up, hop forward, hop up, alternate between side throw and hop punch. And it's all about a rhythm. That's one thing I cannot stress enough with Mortal Kombat 2 here, is in order to fully annihilate the AI, it's all about rhythm. So like with Baraka's hop punch, forward hopping punch into Blade Fury, you instantly go up, forward, high punch, and just when you're about to land, you tap back, 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 and the second you land, you do low punch. So you're buffering a literal hop punch into a Blade Fury every single time, okay?
Round 2, fight.
Oops. And if you get, it's very hard to do this. This took me a while to get, but if you time your side throws just right, you could literally throw a side every second. It's literally every second and a half, I would say. And in MK2's gameplay setups and timing, that is the fastest you could get. That's why I was saying if you try to play Kitana against AI, she's not as effective because you have to go toward, high punch, low punch. So with the time for you it takes to go toward 2 buttons, you've already thrown out a sigh and a half with Mileena.
Round 1, fight.
Whoops. So you can see I meant to... side throw there. There we go.
Mileena wins.
So you can see too, the fan is literally going right above my head. I believe the hitbox for the fan is in the center.
Round 2, fight.
Yep, see? Jumped in too quick without charging properly. Oops. My timing's off. Shit. There we go. Ah, I meant to fucking blow her. Ah, Liu Kang! Oh, I love fighting Liu Kang now. He's so stupid. so dumb. I'm Liu Kang. I'm the greatest kung fu fighter on the planet.
Round 2, fight. Finish him.
I love this fatality. So fucking stylish. That must have been fun to record. Alright, so host unpack. Pretend you're falling from a building and just wiggle.
Round 1, fight.
Her hitbox is a little wonky against Reptile. But you can see every time we're within that jump forward range and we hop punch, the AI forcibly blocks and then it tries to retaliate you. I'm sorry, it tries to retaliate against you in a very specific way. The AI is specifically tailored to react in a very restrictive way against your moves, and we are just taking advantage of that. That's all this is. It just took me forever to figure this out. This was all by accident. I forgot what I was trying to do, but I was hop punching and I was like, wait a minute. I think I was messing around with Mileena's air throws, and I'm sorry, her air size, and I was getting the timing wrong. And this happened. And you can see just how fucking awesome it is. So, I mean, we're obviously going through the entire ladder with Mileena. Once we get to Kintaro, we'll go over some strategies with him. Kintaro, he has a bunch of patterns where you could lock him in. He's just really hard to fight against because it's mostly RNG, because his moves do massive damage, and he just... There's no set pattern that he has outside of, like, a couple of things you can do movement-wise.
Wins. Round 2, fight.
Or we could just, like, constantly, Reptile meat! That is so cool. The MK3 version of that sucked, dude.
Fatality.
Sub-Zero.
Round 1, fight.
Oh my god, this is too funny! It sucks I ended up in a corner. Remember, whenever you're stuck in a corner, just duck. The AI will get you out for free, with the exception of a little damage. But now what's interesting is if you're in, like, say we're in the far left corner, and the AI throws you out, that allows you, if your character could do it, to jump spam them in 2 seconds.
2, fight.
Oops. See how he's freaking out there? I'm telling you. Ah, come on. Whoops. Dude, that is so cool. MK2, proper, original, still the best Mortal Kombat out of all of them, in my opinion. Gameplay-wise, 3 is a little better, but as a whole, Mortal Kombat 2 annihilates every other Mortal Kombat game. Don't get me wrong, Mortal Kombat 9, like the refresh that came out like nearly like 12 or something years ago, MK 2009, I believe, is incredible. MKX is fucking awesome. And also, too, Mortal Kombat 11 was okay. It was a little too gimmicky. Those are all really good. It's crazy how long Mortal Kombat's endured. Can't speak on 1. I haven't heard a lot of good things about it. But MK2, still amazing 31 years later. 31 years! Let that sink in!
Fight.
So as you can see, Mileena does not have the ability to jump spam. But! Hable baba. Oh, your mother's from LA? That's what it sounds like. Your mother's from LA!
Mileena wins. Round
Get back in the car is another one. Ah! Oh, shit. Nice teleport.
Finish him.
Wait a minute, can we do it? Oh, I was gonna jump over him and splash him into the wall. Mileena wins.
Fatality. Round one, fight.
Dude, you can see just how effective this is. And what's interesting is about Mileena's hitbox, the only character that could technically catch you out of it is Reptile's Acid Spit. Every other character, you literally hover over them when they shoot that projectile out. Jax, most notably, Sub-Zero's Freeze and Raiden, whatever, his lightning throw or lightning toss. But you can see here, Scorpion's Spear, we hover over it. Mileena's side throw, we hover over it. Jax's Energy Wave, we hover over it. Kitana, she's tricky, so we don't count her. Shang Tsung is a wild card, of course. Sub-Zero's Freeze, I just mentioned. Reptile's Acid Spit, I just mentioned, we get hit by. Johnny Cage's roll, the energy ball, we have to work around those. Kung Lao's hat throw, as you just saw, and then Liu Kang's air fireballs, we can't do anything against it. We have to stay away from Liu Kang and all that. Heard you love Mileena and Shiva. Yeah, dude, I had a threesome the other day. It was magical. Oh, man. Just the only thing is we didn't have Mileena go down on Shiva or me because, you know, reasons. Like, imagine Shiva could have a foursome. She, you know, she's one hand for each guy. I mean, hey, you started it. I'm just thinking through it accordingly. Okay, just don't kill the messenger. Whoops.
Finish him. Wins. Fatality.
Shang Tsung. Okay, so Shang Tsung now, again, the only pattern Shang Tsung has, which I guess we'll show to close out today's stream, is he does have jump exploits, or jump spamming. So you could jump back, roundhouse, jump back, fireball, but trying to play with morphs becomes a little troublesome because it is an exact 10-second timer if you're not moving. So if you're walking back or forward or jumping, that does not count towards your timer. So you could stay on top of Shang Tsung's timing for morphs, but you could accidentally morph out and get retaliated against with that. So we count Shang Tsung as a wild card. I mean, you could morph into whomever and use their patterns, but you have that possibility of him morphing back, and that could make things a little more difficult.
One, fight.
And he has a very weak hopping kick, too. Because it takes a second for his foot to kick out. So he jumps up like this, and he means to do that. But when he jumps up, you hit him before he could attack you.
Two, fight.
Okay, so now he's Liu Kang. So remember, the patterns to each character all matter because he's just turning into that character. So because it's Shang Tsung, it doesn't mean you're fighting Shang Tsung. When he turns to Liu Kang, use the same strategies. So, we obviously went through everybody, I mean, without continuing. So how do we battle Kintaro? The three best characters to use against Kintaro is Mileena, for obvious reasons. Scorpion, to an extent. He's actually, I would say, third place. First place would be Kitana, because you could fan suction the fuck out of him. Get him stuck in a corner, and he is just a pushover. Mileena is more effective, but you have to earn that effectiveness, okay? So I believe it's jump back, Sai, jump forward with a kick, Sai, jump back, Sai, jump forward, kick, Sai. So let's try that.
One, fight.
Oops. This is gonna be close. Nope, threw me out of it. So there is a trick where you could jump kick him and you will see his frame of his uppercut come out, but the timing on the uppercut is slightly delayed. So you could see I'm air sighing a little too quickly. He's such a cool character.
To fight.
Oh, that's right. So it's forward, hop, side throw, forward, jump, jump kick, side throw, jump back, side throw. So it's forward kick side, back side, forward kick side, back side. I'm not saying my name over and over, but that is literally the pattern as you saw right here. She is indeed the best character to use in the entire game. Ah, we were a little too late to that one. There we go. Everybody complains Kintaro is a pain in the ass. I'd say do this pattern. Now, Shao Kahn, we're not going to beat him right away. I'm going to use a few characters as an example. Now, I forget, I had a bunch of hotkeys set up for save and load states. I don't remember what they were, so we're just going to go the old-fashioned way. So we're going to beat Shao Kahn a round each with each character, and we'll round it up with Kitana, and we'll be set for the day. And I'm going to upload this to YouTube and do chapter stops, because no, I have not seen anybody ever in all of YouTube break things down this way. So I'm on to something here. Good old Shao Kahn. Now, Shao Kahn, the first thing you can do with Mileena especially is just side spam the fuck up. Really easy.
I rule this world.
No, you're not. I think that was pretty good timing overall. It's very hard to do that. And the reason I hop punch backwards was because my timing was off. But if your timing is, it takes practice. If your timing is near perfect, you could throw a sai every time you jump forward or back. It literally takes a second. So you're holding high punch. The second you land, or the second you are off the ground by hitting it back, release high punch and then hold it again. As soon as you land, go up forward. As soon as you come off the ground, release it. So you could literally jump forward or back and side spam the entire time, and you will shut characters' ability to retaliate down. Ah, I was off on that one. Okay, we're gonna stop because he's gonna die. Okay. So the only other character I could think of that's easy with Shao Kahn is Scorpion, of course Kitana, and I would say just basic high kicks. You can high kick spam.
You will die, mortal. You will die,
Okay, that's enough. We would have gone through this entire playthrough flawlessly if it wasn't for demonstrations. So let's do Scorpion. So remember, Mileena, Scorpion, and Kitana are your best three to battle Shao Kahn.
You are nothing.
You could just literally spam high kick. Shut up. Shut up. Shut ah. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. I'm not auto-firing this, by the way. Shut up. Ah, shit. Shut up. Shut up. Ah, see, he almost kicked me. So you could do this method for any character. High kick, spam the fuck out of him. Low kick, it pushes him back. It doesn't stun him back. So you can do low kick, but you have a better chance of getting knocked out of it.
Feel the wrath of Shao Kahn.
It's not feel the wrath, it's feel the wrath. I'm not gonna hit him, because he's gonna die.
Shao Kahn. Bow. Feel the power of Shao Kahn. Feel the power of Shao Kahn.
What if I don't want to feel your power? That's disgusting. Okay. So you can see we have to stand still and spam high kick. We can't move. We have to stay in place. So if we lock him into position, and he's like stuck in a loop. So Jax has really good high kick. So Kitana...
I rule this world.
He always walks into that. Every time. There you go. Ah, shit, I thought I had it. Now there we go. But Kitana, if anybody is having trouble trying to beat these bosses, especially Kintaro, Kitana is your best bet. Very easy to use against them. We're gonna let him get us, because I don't want to beat this just yet.
You will die, mortal.
You can also keep hop kicking him.
Feel the power.
Let's get him with one combo. Okay. Again, we're deliberately losing just to demonstrate each character. So Liu Kang, Kitana, and Raiden, whatever, these guys are completely useless while trying to fight the AI through basic means. So, let's do Baraka.
You are nothing.
Okay. So you see his like perfect jump spamming doesn't work.
Wrath of Shao Kahn.
Can we do a blade? No, he can't do a blade swipe. Interesting. Oh, he can.
I rule this world.
Huh. So I would say Kitana and Baraka's swipes actually do pretty good. I never thought to use these before. And it makes sense, too.
Power of Shao Kahn.
So you have to be perfectly placed in order for this to work. Oh, shit! Whoops. I did not mean to beat Shao Kahn. Hold on a sec here. What are the... This machine. What are the hot... Hold on. I'm trying to see what... Tilt, power off, keypad, coin. What's save and load states? I forgot about this. Shit. Hold on. I really did not mean to do that. God damn it. Ah, okay, so it's F7. Okay. Ah, okay, there we go. I had this set up to practice Mileena. So we'll wrap with Mileena here, and we're gonna call it.
Feel the power of Shao Kahn.
Dude, I love that. Lorgasms? Been having multi-lorgasms. So I assume that's what you're currently playing? That's awesome. I'll have to look into that. I don't really do a lot of mobile gaming, but I mean, it's near, dude. So hold on. Ah, so 8 is okay. So let's do Kintaro again. Ah, I didn't throw the fireball. I didn't throw her side. Sorry. I didn't throw myself. Through Mileena. Ah!
Round one, fight.
I thought I had him. There we go. Now it's time to play. Loads of giveaways, and the shop is closed. So, oh, thank the shop. Shop. I feel about that. I'm just thinking in general, because you know how I feel about live service and monetization games. I shall debate further.
To fight.
Oops. Shit.
Wins.
So let's do Shao Kahn one more time. This is fun. You can see how effective she is.
Feel the wrath of Shao Kahn.
Mileena. It's funny, Mortal Kombat begins with an M. Mileena's name begins with an M.
Feel the power of Shao Kahn.
Done!
No.
Canonically speaking, if Shao Kahn just exploded, how does he come back for 3 if he blew up? Like, they don't explain that at all. Anyway. Just saying! What's the message we're gonna get? Fatality? Ah, yeah. I love how the character endings here have 2 picture slides. Once thought to be Katana's twin sister, Mileena is actually a grotesque clone created by Shang Tsung. With Shao Kahn suspicious of Katana's motives, Mileena seizes the opportunity to attack Kahn and his minions. I'm Kao Shan. Shao Kahn's in part 3. Kao Shan is in part 2. Yeah, dude, that's cool. Caught off guard, they are no match for Mileena's speed. She wins a tournament, and together with her secret companion Baraka, they rule the world as king and queen. The first question I got is, what kind of toothbrush do they use to clean those teeth? And how do they kiss? Do they just like, right? I don't know. I mean, she obviously can't blow them. You're saying it's a proper observation. Yeah, dude, Mortal Kombat 2 is still so good. Such a great fucking game. Yeah, more or less. Dun 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 dun. Wow 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 wow. So it's interesting, right? Every time I see Philip on MD as Shang Tsung, he's a doctor. There was a local Tommy K's at the time, and I wish that I would have taken pictures of this, but it was a Tommy K's in North Haven. And the owner knew the people who were involved with Mortal Kombat 2. And he had black and white photos, framed, of course, with their signatures on it. And one of them I remember specifically was Philip Kahn. Philip Kahn. Jesus. Philip Kahn. Tommy K's was a local video store. You know the song Rawhide? Rollin', rollin', rollin'. That was their advertising slogan. It was rollin', 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 keep those movies rollin', keep those movies rollin' all day, da 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 da, Tommy K's, wah! I specifically remember that. That was like, God, dude, that was like 25 years ago. That was around 1999, I remember vividly, but they were there from like 94 to at least 2001. We used to go there all the time to rent stuff. I rented a bunch of stuff from there. Fight Club. That's what you would do back in the day, is you would go and rent something. Yeah, dude, Blockbuster. Blockbuster was great too. What a difference. Blockbuster Video. Wow. Blockbuster was awesome, but Tommy K's was like a local owned video store. And there were, I think, 3 locations or 4 here in Connecticut, and they all turned into a tanning place, and then they shut down. So there was one in Milford, which that's where I used to live. Then there was North Haven. No, Brantford, sorry. Brantford, so Milford, Brantford, and Hamden. Those are the 3 I remember. And then Blockbuster was Orange, I'm trying to remember, and Stratford. Those are the 2 Blockbusters I remember. And then, of course, in Ansonia, we had Video Galaxy. Catalin Zamiar, Daniel Pacina. So Raiden is essentially the male ninjas and Raiden. Raiden, whatever. Dun, 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 dun. We gotta let the credits roll here, man. Oh, dude. That's another thing I really miss, man. I mean, you know, yeah, digital, it's the norm, and it's the norm because of convenience, but we lost a lot thanks to convenience. Like, again, under-the-counter tapes, like, you knew somebody and they would give you a deal, you know, like, again, it took me a while to piece this together, but my Uncle Dave had every conceivable fucking movie that you could think of. And that's where a majority of my favorite films of all time came from. It was going to my Uncle Dave's, and he had a massive pile of VHS cassettes. Oh, wait a second, because there's ads. Hold on a sec here. I have to wait a minute. So let's see, Team of the Year edition. EA Sports, FIFA coach. Dude, fuck EA, man. All this monetization bullshit. I'm in the middle of a good conversation here, so I don't want people to miss it. So we got another 30 seconds of ads. But since I'm here and I have Mortal Kombat 2 up, I will say, man, Mortal Kombat 2, no matter how many times I play it, it's always a treat. And now with these exploits, to anybody who's watching this, I'm telling you, get a version of MAME, try them out. It makes fighting the AI fun, because of course, you know, fighting the AI and fighting a human character is 2 completely different things, but it allows you to get a feel for how characters behave. It allows you to get a feel for what, like, recovery times are, how you could buffer, what moves work better than not. I mean, some people still play MK2 online, and it's awesome because they're really good. But just like with Tekken Tag Tournament, my #1 favorite game of all time, I've been playing that game for 25 years, man, and it has never gotten old. Obviously, I take a break here and there, but it's all about understanding the game through and through so you could have a better time playing against people or the AI. But now that the ads are gone, Lurk, that's why I stopped talking for a moment, was, you know, with convenience, we lost that under-the-table or like somebody you know deal. Like my Uncle Dave, again, he had all those VHS cassettes. It turned out that my Aunt Debbie worked at a video store, so she hooked them up. It's not like, well, Uncle Dave, here's my Netflix login. No, she's like, take these cassettes, copy them, and just bring them back tomorrow. And if you don't bring it back tomorrow, my manager might yell at me. So you had this understanding, which made it really cool, right? Yeah, the, yo, man, you want to see what I got? Like, let me show you the good shit. You know, we don't have that anymore. It's a shame. This game, man, I remember loving the fuck out of this game. And playing it on Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo. And actually owning the arcade board. And then playing it through MAME. And I've been happy ever since. So when I do upload this to YouTube, I will put in chapter stops, but I will say again, one more time, that I have not seen anybody ever break the AI down this way. And I really do hope that this gets a little visibility, not only to help my channel out and all that, we could all use that, but moreover, and more importantly, look at these legends. 4 guys made this game. But more importantly, it will give further insight into how Mortal Kombat 2's AI works. I think that's the most important takeaway from today. On top of, everybody else everybody else being here today, which is fucking awesome. But 4 guys did this game, dude. Ed Boon was programming, John Tobias did all the sprite work, I believe, and sprite conversions, and Tony Goski did like backgrounds and additional sprite help, and then Dan Forden did all of the work. All of the sound work. My bad. Bum bum ba-dum bum bum ba-dum ba-bum bum 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 ba-dum ba-bum. Oh my God! Revolution X coming soon, guys! Mark your calendars for whatever day it is. Game over. Let's watch the intro one more time, man. Just to wrap up today's stream. This is, the sound in this is so good, man. That is such a badass picture. And it's so cool. It's like, let me just pause for a second. It's like Terminator 1 and 2, where, like, the Terminator comes back, the Terminator's in the first movie, and then he comes back kind of better in the second movie. That's exactly what happened with Shang Tsung. He came back younger. He came back better. He's like Terminator 2 Arnold. He's kind of a rogue. He's not a good guy. By seizing control of the Shao tournament, tried to tip the scales of order towards chaos. Only 7 warriors survived the battles, and Shang Tsung's scheme would come to the violent hands of Liu Kang. And then you see this, and you're like, dude, who is that? Shao Kahn? That's like the RoboCop reveal. And you're like, dude, Shao Kahn's fucking badass. Fun fact about Shao Kahn. I'm a Mortal Kombat nut. I'm like a walking encyclopedia. The actor, the digitized actor, dude, I know, right? Well, that's kind of questionable, but considering that Brian Glynn, the actor who played Shao Kahn, was like 5'6", they had to stretch his sprite vertically so he'd be taller. What's interesting about how much bank the original creators of Mortal Kombat have, it's obvious and a fact that Ed Boon has made he's made it very well for himself. But what really sucks is, if you look at the dialogue surrounding Mortal Kombat now, everyone's like, oh, Ed Boon is the creator of Mortal Kombat. Ed Boon, Ed Boon, Ed Boon. Ed Boon was the co-creator and lead programmer. Everybody through time and the game of telephone has forgotten about John Tobias. John Tobias was a co-creator. If it wasn't for John Tobias and his sketches, Mortal Kombat would not have been what it was. Because the history is Ed Boon had just literally finished up work on high impact and super high impact football. So if you've played those arcade games, all the player sprites on the screen is Ed Boon. He just dressed up in a football, he dressed up in football gear, uniform or whatever, and he recorded himself doing all the moves, and then he would run back out of the camera, stop recording, and he digitized himself and programmed the whole game. And then John Tobias did all of the art for Smash TV. If you look at the Smash TV arcade game, John Tobias is in one of the head credits for, I think, the art team or sprite design or something. So Ed Boon wanted to do a fighting game. John Tobias had all of these really cool sketches for like mythological Chinese characters, like Shang Tsung and Liu Kang, and well, the rest is history. They got together. They were trying to figure out the name. Somebody wrote a K with combat on the board. It stuck. They originally wanted to do a Jean-Claude Van Damme fighting game, which if you look at Johnny Cage, he is Bloodsport's Jean-Claude Van Damme. The Jean-Claude Van Damme thing dropped, but the idea stuck, and they turned it into like a spin-off of Enter the Dragon. And well, as we're looking at the screen here, the rest is history. Fascinating history with Mortal Kombat, man. So, and it's awesome too, because this was back in the day when you had a team of guys who were like, we have a really good idea. And Midway was like, we were looking for a really good idea. Do what you got to do. Like they had I believe they had a deadline, but they didn't have like, and Boone said it himself in multiple interviews along with John Tobias. It's like, we didn't have guys breathing down our neck. We just lived in the offices at Chicago, like programming a game in a certain amount of time. And that was it. And then it was such a huge hit. Mortal Kombat 2 came out, MK3 came out, and well, again, the rest is history. Let me unpause this. Oh, man. I love the timing. This is so cool. Bum, 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 ba-da-dum. So we're going to leave it there. So yeah, Lurk, it really sucks because, you know, Ed Boon now takes all the credit. John Tobias kind of fell to the side. And even more interestingly is if you look at any arcade release, like 1-Up Arcade, all the current stuff that harkens back to retro, the guy who played Johnny Cage, Carlos or Daniel Pacina, I can't remember exactly, but that guy is no longer on the side of the Mortal Kombat cabinet. And I believe there was a falling out with them because they weren't getting enough royalties and like some legal bullshit came through. So I think it had to do with Bloodstorm. The actor who played Johnny Cage promoted Bloodstorm, and Midway wasn't happy about that, and they literally just fired him. Even Mortal Kombat 3, Liu Kang is played by Eddie Wong, not Ho Shun Pak. There you go. So there was a falling out. But one last thing is I do believe that all the guys who worked on Mortal Kombat, so Ed Boon, John Tobias, and then all the digitized actors, they were all friends at one point. So I could only imagine what happened behind the scenes. Truly is sad. But regardless of what happened, you cannot deny the lasting impact and enduring legacy that Mortal Kombat has given us. It's pretty fucking cool. So I hope today's stream / YouTube video has been insightful. I hope this gets traction not only so I could get some attention, but more importantly, it gives the community something to work with as well as something interesting that hasn't been seen before. So I'm going to upload this as soon as I finish the stream here. That's all I got for today, guys. For now, it will be Saturday streams. I'm not going to do Wednesday streams yet because there's a bunch of stuff at work that happens on Wednesdays, and I want to catch up, and then I'll start doing Wednesday streams. That's what I'm thinking, like Wednesday, Saturday. I was thinking of doing Monday, Friday, but I would rather do Saturdays as a given and maybe Wednesday early morning. So I'll keep you all posted. I will put something in the Discord later today or tomorrow for certain, just keeping you all posted. Lurk and Lordy and Sly, it was an absolute delight catching up with you, and I was glad that you guys were here as we annihilated the legendary Mortal Kombat 2. It is timeless. It is like my #2 favorite fighting game of all time. You were either a Mortal Kombat or a Street Fighter kid back in the day. I tried Street Fighter. Mortal Kombat right here. All right, everybody. Enjoy your Saturday. Thanks for stopping by. I'm so glad you were here to witness all this Mortal Kombat awesomeness. I will catch you all soon. Peace out and have a great weekend. Yeah, dude, thank you. Last week was my first time up in 5 months. I did MK3. It's on my YouTube. Check it out if you'd like to scrub through it. And you're here today. So now you know, and I'll let the rest of the community know later today or tomorrow. So always a pleasure, Lurk. Be safe out there. Have a good red for me tonight. Have a good shot. Or have a good glass. You're not drinking alcohol. I will catch you later. Peace out, guys.